हेलो व्यूअर्स, जैसा कि आप मेरे सामने अभी देख पा रहे हैं आजू बाजू में मेरे गार्डन में इस वक्त आप खड़े हो। एक्चुअली बालकनी है, बट नाउ दिस इज़ द स्पेस दैट आई हैव अवेलेबल राइट नाउ विथ मी। और यहाँ पे मैंने अपना छोटा सा एक गार्डन सेटअप किया हुआ है विथ अ फ्यू प्लांट्स। बट द बेस्ट पार्ट अबाउट दिस प्लेस इज़ यहाँ पे एडिक्वेट सनलाइट आ रहा है, and with that I have now started to develop a few trees here. Now here you can see the jasmine plant or the mogra plant. Now today I am going to share with you a few tips and tricks that I follow in my garden to make them look healthy, to make them look beautiful, and to grow on them ample number of flowers and buds. Now what are the things that I have followed on this particular jasmine plant? This plant right now has about 50 to 70 flowers or buds on it, not flowers, buds on it, which will now soon develop into beautiful flowers and fragrant ones. Now what are the things that I have followed on it? The first thing that I go with is this banana peel. Now I have been using this banana peel for about a month. An interesting thing that I would like to tell you about these plants that you are seeing here is that in the month of February we shifted from Mumbai to Patna, and naturally these plants were also shifted from Mumbai to Patna. When we did that, all the leaves on these plants were dried and they were almost on the stage of dying. It was so disheartening to see that the flowers and the plants that I had so lovingly grown had come to such a difficult stage. But slowly and steadily we were able to revive these plants. All the leaves on this plant, on this one, all of them had dried off, and just within 3 months, look at the lusciousness right now on them. So today I thought I will make a video on it. So let's begin. Now the first thing that I recommend is using a banana peel fertilizer. Now banana peel fertilizer is excellent for these plants because the banana peel fertilizer has potassium in it. The potassium helps in its flowering and giving them good buds and flowers. Now just giving this one thing doesn't do, and it is not that you have to give this fertilizer from day one. There is a stage of growth that these plants go through, and you have to follow those stages. Now the first fertilizer that you are supposed to give is a vermicompost, and the other thing that I use is this coco peat. Now these two, when suppose if you are in a situation where your plant is about to die and has dried, the first thing that you are supposed to do is first let the plant rest for a few days. After it has rested and it has started to show signs of growth, signs of life, that is when you are supposed to loosen the soil, not immediately. Loosen the soil and put coco peat in it. Let it rest for again a few days. Keep watering it gradually when the soil dries, and then again you water it. After that, about a time of 1 week, you can go with the vermicompost. Now this is almost about to finish because I've used it recently, but that is what I follow. Now after the vermicompost, the plants will start to show good growth. Now you are not supposed to put banana peel immediately. What you are supposed to do is that you are supposed to let the plant grow initially. If there is budding on this one in the immediate stage, don't let the flowers bloom immediately. As difficult, don't let the flowers bloom immediately. As difficult as it may be, you have to remove the first flowers, so that flowers and long stems, so that the plant gets bushy. Now with this plant, what I had done is, when it started to grow long shoots. I would trim those long shoots so that there would be lateral branching. And when those lateral branching started to happen, after that I started using the banana peel fertilizer. This banana peel fertilizer then started to create a lot of growth boost in it. And then you get to see the beautiful bushy blooms on it, where on one stick you will see 6 to 8 flowers blooming on it and trying to create new buds on it. That is how you achieve these beautiful growths. Now, another thing that I would like to share with you, it is using these types of peels, vegetable peels. Now, how do you use them? Now, there are a lot of different thoughts on it. First is to, not to use them directly naturally. The other one is that you should first let it compost completely, and you have to create a separate bin for composting, and then you are supposed to use that compost on the plants. Now, what I follow is simply to let them dry, sun dry them for about 2 days. That is when these will turn into crisp ones. Now, these are fresh of today, but if you let them dry for a couple of days, they will turn into nice crispy ones. You can crush those crispy ones, and then you can simply put them in your plants as it is, without much composting done, and they give you a very good result. Now, why are these peels essential when we are using a compost? There are two factors. First is that this compost is a direct fertilizer. It gives you instant effect, whereas this will give you a slow release kind of fertilizer, thereby creating a steady amount of food for your plants, and not some surplus amount of food. Or vegetable peels do is create aeration in the plant, because these will attract earthworms, and those earthworms, when they move, they create aeration in the soil, and it helps the roots of the plants to have adequate amount of air in them. Now, the next step is this is, as you can see, a plant spray. Now, sometimes you don't always have a plant spray at hand, yours is broken, or you are simply too tired to buy one, or you don't want to buy one. You simply have 1 or 2 plants. What you can do is, you can use a simple bottle like this, put some holes over here, and you can use it to spray. Now, you don't want to do that as well. You have a simple mug in your hand, in your house. What you can do is hold it like this, and you simply sprinkle it like this, and you have a good spraying mechanism for you, even with this thing. Now, why is spraying needed for these plants? Spraying is needed for these plants because that way the leaves are cleaned. Just like solar panels require cleaning for better absorption of sunlight, even these are our mini solar panels, and for their absorption of sunlight, they also need to be cleaned frequently. The other thing is, it helps cool down the plant when in this scorching weather they tend to get heated a lot. In such cases also, you can use these sprays to cool them. Now, I recommend you buy this one. Why? Because it is not only for watering, but sometimes there are certain sprays that you have to put on your plant to chase away the bugs. Now, this is the hibiscus plant. Now all varieties of hibiscus plant, you will see that they are very much prone to mealybugs. Mealybugs are white, tiny white birds, tiny white bugs which tend to sit on the new buds of this plant, and they suck away all the nutrition from the plant. To chase away that those buds, you need a water spray. You can initially simply pluck those bugs away and you can spray water on it. But if suppose the infestation is too much, then ultimately you have to treat it. Now my method of treating it is to take this jar, fill it till 80%, and then you put a few drops of dish liquid in it. Just shake it and you can spray it away. But this is the last recourse for it, and not the first one which you normally see people do, that immediately when they see bugs they start spraying with it with pesticides. That is not needed. You can simply pluck those bugs away and you can just spray them with water and they will go away. So these are a few tricks that I follow in my plants. Please let me know how you feel about this video. Do you like this video? And please share your reviews in the comments.